Hi everybody, my name is Tony Caldwell. I'm going to be your instructor, your tour guide, your facilitator, the guy responds to your emails and attempts to answer questions for the next 10 weeks here in History 502. And of course, course title is Historical Methods, and guess what we're going to be working on? Methods of History. This course, it's really early in your grad program, obviously from the course number. Part of the goodness of that is the reading hasn't gotten intense yet. You're only going to be reading, a couple of chapters a week out of Brundage and Tosh's books. Those are our textbooks, of course, going to the sources from Anthony Brundage and The Pursuit of History, Aims, Methods, and New Directions in the Study of History. Wow, that's a mouthful. From John Tosh. The syllabus will tell you that there's an optional resource, Kate Turbian's Manual for Writers of Research Papers. I am going to tell you that is not optional for this program. Not just this class, but all of SNHU's history program. And frankly, any history program in the country that's worth its salt, you're going to need that for, because you may have gotten used to some other format in high school or undergrad, but all your citations and all your formatting in any major history program is going to be done in what they call the Chicago style. And know that it's not one of those horrendous deep dish abominations that the people in Chicago call pizza. It's a really clean and effective way to make a good paper, and that's what we're going to be focused on here. So I know it says optional, but honestly, I don't think it is. The work for the course is going to be really focused around how do you develop an idea that you want to research. We're not going to be doing any research in this term of any significance. We're also not going to be writing a historiographical essay. If you haven't had the historiography class yet, that's a class you really need to pay attention to when you take it, because everything after this will 90%, let me rephrase, 90% of your courses after this will require a historiographical essay as your final. This is kind of your last chance to avoid that. But this is a good time to think about why you want to be a historian, how you want to apply history in your life. Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be a researcher? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to work in a museum? All those are really valid and great historical fields, but now is kind of your chance to start figuring that out, and research and historical methods will kind of help you get a sense of that. We're going to be just give you a heads up on what the class looks like if you haven't looked at the syllabus yet. Discussion post, we're going to be doing some journals, a book review, a peer review, a short paper, and your final project. We'll talk more as we get to each of those about what the expectations are, but just remember it said book review, not book report. That'll be important later. So if you haven't, I urge everybody to go look at the syllabus, really read and understand it. If you have a question you think the whole class would benefit from, over in the discussion forums, there's a general questions section. You can post that there. If you have an individual question, you can certainly email me, m.caldwell@snhu.edu. Be happy to respond to those. In the meantime, I'm glad you're here. I think we're going to have some fun this term, and reach out if you have questions.